All right, y'all. Let's talk about the oppression Olympics. Yes, not the real Olympics. We actually have to fucking put in effort and time and put and people admire you for stuff you're doing to work hard to get a bronze, silver, gold medal. No, we're talking about victimhood bullshit. Haha. So what is the oppression Olympics? I thought of this term, and then Dave Rubin so thankfully mentioned it. It's when people, more so the United States, and then you got the other Western countries like Europe, UK, Australia, where everyone has accepted that there's a certain hierarchy of those who are oppressed. Let's start with the first group. White women. Oh yes, the white women. The ones that said, hey, we're going to run with this racism and everything else, and then said, we're not going to do that anymore. And then we're like, and then decided we are oppressed by patriarchy. Okay. Then we had feminism, and then we had intersectionality. Intersectionality, tied in sex, gender, everything else, because feminism originally didn't want black women, so it's racist as hell, but then black women will admit this and still embrace feminism anyway. So then black women are like, no, you white women are not oppressed. You have white privilege, because if something happens to y'all are good. We're oppressed. But there's more, okay? So then we threw in sexuality. So now if you're a woman who's gay, you're like level 2 oppressed, but if you're a colored woman who's gay, you're super oppressed, but if you're a man, well, you're not as oppressed. If you're a white dude and straight, you're at the top, but if you're a white dude and gay, you're now oppressed. But nowadays what's happened is white dudes who are gay are now being accused of having privilege, and I'm like, wait, what happened to that? But if you're a man who's of color, gay, trans, or woman, well, if you're a man of color who's gay and trans, whatever, then you're super oppressed. But if you're a female who's gay and trans and non-binary or anything else, you're like super duper oppressed. And then to further confuse people, we just threw in a whole bunch of other things, non-binary, Z's or Zem, and everything else. And the more of these you have, the more oppressed you are. And so far, not only will you get the most attention, but simultaneously, your life is still filled with a bunch of bullshit that you are creating. But it's not your fault, because you're not the victim, because you're a victim, but at the same time, you need to be empowered to change things that you can't control because you're a victim, but you're empowered, but you can't be two opposite states at the same damn time. And this is the Oppression Olympics, everybody. Full of nothing but utter bullshit by people who are creating their lives but want to blame you and I for it. I want to go back to 1995. Fuck. What are your thoughts?